Welcome back to the second video. I hope you understand the first three steps. These three steps I generally call as the planning level. So if the planning is proper, so my execution will be easy for me. I told you maybe this question, maybe we can complete max by 20 minutes. In the 20 minutes, this planning, I will use it maximum of 5 minutes. The 5 minutes when I complete, the remaining 15 minutes, exactly what I mean, we can use it for our preparation of P&L and balance sheet. Maybe I will take 6 minutes, maximum like a 6 minutes for P&L, and the remaining will be like close to what I mean, 15 minutes means 9 minutes of it. So 9 minutes, including the notes preparation, balance sheet can be done easily. Even I can spend one more extra minutes to what? Review my answer is perfectly came or not. Okay. We'll go to the numerical and see all the steps, how we are executing and all. So now I'm taken this particular question. Okay. Just a second. It's not a very difficult question. Maybe you can see there is only 15 items of the maximum 15 to you can see there is a 15 to 16 items only appears in the question. It's a trial balance. Along with the trial balance, I'm going to take the first adjustment item is tax, corporate tax. That is 30%. And second is I will take outstanding salary. Outstanding salary of rupees 5,000. So these two adjustments I will use it here. Okay. Then easily how we can execute and all we can see. Step 1. Please clear coding. Now this is share capital. Okay. Balance sheet. So it comes under the balance sheet. Share capital SC. The same title only we will use it under the shareholders funds. Property, plant and equipment. So property, plant and equipment will come under balance sheet. This will come under non-current asset NCA. Next is salary and wages, P&L, EBE. Revenue from operation, P&L, RFO. Revenue from operations. Cost of material consumed, P&L, COM. Short-term borrowings, balance sheet. It will come under the current liability. Patent, it's an intangible asset. It's a long-term, similar like goodwill and goodwill kind of a thing. So balance sheet, non-current asset. Trade receivable, balance sheet, current asset. Bank loan for 10 years, it's an appear in the credit side. So it's a non-current liability. Other expenses, P&L, OE, other expenses. Cash, balance sheet, current asset. Profit and loss opening balance, it will appear in the reserves and surplus, RS. Same reserves and surplus only. Inventory, balance sheet, current asset. Interest, it is actually appearing in the debit side. So we need to consider this as a finance cost. In case it's appear in the credit side, it will go to the place called what? Other income. So the word interest comes, immediately please check which column the value was appearing. Is it in the debit means it's expenditure, credit means it's a income. Okay. Therefore, P&L finance cost. So now the first step coding we are done. So maximum you can spend 1 minute actually, maximum 1 minute, 1.5 minutes you can spend for the coding and all. It won't take too much of time. Now I will know that, so each item, which place it will go, easily it will take it. Next is list of notes. List of notes, I'm splitting into two statements, P&L and balance sheet. Now I know that the EBE was given, same time the adjustment is outstanding salary was given. EBE is only one item, single item, but adjustments will come means what I mean, I need to prepare a note for that. So my note number 1 is EBE. Only one item will appear plus adjustment will come there. So I'm making the star is the indication for that. So I need to take another item from the adjustment. Regarding the balance sheet, current asset, how many items are appearing? One is a trade receivable, cash, inventory. Three items are appearing. So that note is important. My note number 2 in the balance sheet is a current asset. Three items will come, no adjustment, nothing there. Next, non-current assets. Property, plant and equipment, one item is there, patent is there. So two items are there. So note is to be required. So two items. And fourth, already I mentioned in my first video, the current liability is a mandatory compulsory note to be prepared because tax comes means immediately the tax payable will come here. Okay. Same like the reserves and surplus is also the compulsory note to be prepared. Before checking that non-current liability is required, no, only single item. So current liability, how many items are there? Only one item, that is short-term borrowing plus reserves and surplus. In the trial balance, two items are appearing. One is profit and loss opening. Second is reserves and surplus plus adjustment. Here also one is there. Then here also one adjustment is there. Two adjustments will come in the current liability. What is the two? One is tax payable, that is 30% what we are getting in the profit before tax, that will come. Second is outstanding salary, 5 also will come to the current liability. Now you can see how many places we put a star. Okay, this will matches with what happened, multiple by 2 of this two things. Easily what happened, we will understand this, right? Now the step number, planning level number 3, treatment of adjustment. The first is what I meant, tax. The tax first it will appear, what I mean, where it will appear under the P&L, deduct with profit before tax. Second, B in balance sheet, add with current liability. So that is the treatment of adjustment for tax. Second is outstanding salary, A in P&L, add with employee benefit expenses, B in balance sheet, add with current liability. So this is the adjustment item. So this 3 steps is called as a planning level steps. If the planning level easily what happen if you've done, doing the numerical has become very easy. It make you very clear about that. Now I know that I need to prepare only one note for P&L, that is EBE. One item will come from trial balance, one will come from the adjustments. Similar way, balance sheet also I know that 4 notes I'm going to prepare. So I don't need to struggle. Systematically what happened, I can do the preparations. Just see how I am preparing. First, I will prepare a note for, first we compulsory you should prepare P&L, then only you should go for the balance sheet. Even the P&L note is first, second is statement, then balance sheet note, then balance sheet. That is the best way for preparing. Okay. First is P&L note, note number 1, employee benefit expenses. So how much is the salary and wages? 59,000. So salary and wages 59,000. Along with this, we are adding outstanding salary. How much is the outstanding salary? 5,000. Therefore, total EB become 64,000. Now the note is completed. Next, we are going for the profit and loss statement. So once profit and loss note statement we are preparing, we need a little bigger column for the particulars, then notes, and amount. Now the first item is revenue from operations. That mostly will come from the sales income. So how much is the sales income? Mostly credit side is available. 8,75,000. 8,75,000. I think this question we don't have a other income, so no need to add it. Therefore, total revenue is same value, 8,75,000. Now the next is a set of expenditures. Okay. First expenditure is cost of materials consumed. That is 4,48,000. Second is this question we don't have a purchase of stock in trade. Second is changes in inventory. We can skip those. And we have a next is employee benefit expenses. Thus the note number is 1. Amount is just now we finished 64,000 is the total. After the employee benefit expenses, depreciation will come. This question we don't have a depreciation. We can skip that. And we have the next item is finance cost. Finance cost is there. It is 7,000 rupee. That is called as an interest. So we can add finance cost 7,000. Next is the final one, other expenses. Other expenses become 4,200. Therefore, total expenses. The total expenditure is going to become 5,23,200. So there's total revenue and this is the total expenses. Therefore, how much is the profit before tax? Total revenue minus total expenses. That is the profit before tax. For this question, we are getting 3,51,800 less tax at the rate of 30% for 3,51,800. So 30% for 3,51,800 is 1,05,540. If you reduce this, that is known as what? Profit after tax. So this is your profit after tax. And please make it understand this profit after tax, whatever profit before tax, whatever you are calculated is okay. This tax value will, whatever we are transferring, we are moving to current liability. Same way, this amount, this profit after tax, we are moving to adding along with the reserves and surplus. So both these values are transferred from P&L. That's why I told very clearly, prepare P&L, note P&L statement, then go for the balance sheet. Okay. Now, first statement is over. Second statement, balance sheet. Now, before balance sheet, we need to start with balance sheet notes. Balance sheet notes. Maybe people may ask me that, so 12 marks is there. How the 12 mark is split for this question? I think 4 mark for this entire P&L and P&L note. This got a 4 marks. Balance sheet, you are going to prepare 4 notes, each got 1 mark each. That is a 4 marks. Then balance sheet got another 4 marks. So that way only the mark split. And some of you ask, sir, without balance sheet, notes can I prepare directly? If error comes, you will lose more marks. So you want to skip easily, even you are not entering the numbers, only you are writing current asset, non-current asset, only the item is there. At least what I mean, you can score 50%. Even the number is wrong also, the step marks you can easily get. So that's why we are making notes as a separate items. So note number 2, current assets. So first 3 current assets are there, this question. The one is trade receivable, second is cash, third is inventory. Okay, we will come one by one. Trade receivables, 22,000. Next is cash, 7,000. The next is inventory or stock, 9,800. I hope it is correct. Yes. Therefore, total. So this 3 become the current assets. So note 2 is over. Second, note 3, non-current assets. Under the non-current assets, how many are there? Maybe we can put a small tick also if you want. See, note 2 talks about current asset, 3 items, all the 3 is appearing. So we are done properly. Now we are moving to the non-current assets. The 2 items. One is property, plant and equipment, 5,95,000. Second is patent, 63,000. Property, plant and equipment, 5,95,000. Next is patent. I think 68,000, 63,000, sorry. The total of non-current asset, adding this to 5,58,000, 6,58,000. So now this 2 is done. We are done the 2. Okay. Maybe if you're using pen and paper, you can just put a tick mark here. Now the next is very careful because 2 adjustment items need to be come under the current liability. Note 4. Note 4. Current liabilities. So only one item as per the trial balance, that is short-term borrowings, 95,000. Okay. Short-term borrowings, 95,000. I will ensure it is 95,000. And the remaining 2 will be adjustment item. So one will be tax payable that we are taken from this particular place, 1,05,540. Second is outstanding salary. Outstanding salary, 5,000. Therefore, your total current liability, $2,05,540. Now the final one, final note. I think you can do slow and steady, even it won't consume much time. Also, if you do step by step, no single item we are missing here. Note number 5, reserves and surplus. And this also we can put a tick mark. Now we know that two items as per the trial balance should come to reserves and surplus, and one should come from the P&L, that's adjustment item. That is profit after tax should come here. So first item, profit and loss opening balance 8,050. P&L as on 1/4/23, 8,050. Second item is the reserves. They are given in the trial balance. Reserves surplus 5,000. Reserves and surplus 5,950. I will write full item only. Reserves and surplus. Right? And one more item, what happened? We are adding here. What is we are adding as per the third item in the adjustment? That is profit after tax. Already we are noted in the P&L. Profit after tax. That is 2,46,260. If you add all the three, so 2,60,260 is the reserves and surplus. So only these values we are going to take it to the balance sheet. See almost what happened in this question mark split. If you ask, the 4 is completed, the next 4 also completed. Last 4, it is easy to complete because already every number is readily available with us. That is balance sheet. Balance sheet, particulars, note, amount. So first is the assets. Under the asset, first item is current asset. Please follow this structure only. Okay, the note number is 238,800. Second is non-current assets. Note number 3, 6,58,000. The total assets, $6,96,800. This is the total asset total. Next is liabilities and equities. The first item is current liabilities. Note already we have prepared. Note number 4, 2,05,540. Second is non-current liability. We are not prepared a note for this. Please refer the trial balance in the question. One item is appearing there, that is 10 years bank loan for 56,000. Yes. 56,000 is the 10-year bank loan that we are considering as a non-current liability. The third header, shareholders funds. Under the two items we need to enter. One is share capital. I think it's the first item in the question, 1,75,000. Second is reserves and surplus. So this actually we prepared a note number 5. The value is 2,60,260. Now we will put the total liability and equities. Same amount we got it. See, balance sheet got tallied. 6,96,800, 6,96,800. So if you do this kind of a step-by-step everything properly, even you don't miss a single item when you are preparing the question, easily you can handle this also. And time will be already I told, max will be 15 to 20 minutes. You can complete this question because I'm explaining and doing, so I'm taking a little bit of time. If you do yourself with proper maybe concentration, 100% you can complete this numerical in 15 to 20 minutes, and you can score even full score in the case study, that is 12 out of 12. So thank you for watching. Okay, stay tuned.